So today I'll be talking about the new Assassin's Creed Origins. So what they did was they took the previous Assassin's Creed game and just made it again, but this time in Egypt and with a drone. So for some reason they felt the need to put a drone in the game. Of course, this is in ancient Egypt, so it can't be a drone. So they just made it an eagle. And despite the fact that it's an eagle, it can hover. So it's a drone. And it tags stuff for you. It says, oh, here's where everything is. You don't have to find it. Just fly me around. I'll just tell you where everything is. So which makes me wonder, what's even the point of that? Why not just have everything already tagged? What's the point of wasting the player's time by forcing them to fly a little drone around, tagging everything? You don't even have to tag anything. You just look at it and it's tagged. It's so weird. And of course, the gameplay doesn't look very interesting again. They changed the combat where it's not just tapping the attack button and then your character just doesn't punch or do anything. They just grab them and go, ugh, which is what they did in the last game for some reason. I don't know why. Like you can dodge and you can have a block now. Maybe that'll be interesting. But other than that, it looks pretty much the same. They even have all the same stuff. They have the same treasure chest icons. Is there a monster out there? No. They have the same treasure chest icons, which I'm betting is just going to have some text in them that makes your money go up. There's a loot system. Whenever you look at something on the map, it tells you exactly what's there. So there's no possible way you could ever get confused about what you want to do next. And the great thing is, every single location has the exact same things to do every single time. So it doesn't really matter where you go, everything's going to be the exact same. In the trailer, they showed that you can control your arrow while it's flying in the air, which I guess might be neat. But probably not. Probably make the game really easy if you can just control it however you feel like. I mean, it's already really easy with your drone eagle floating around in the sky. You might as well just make everything else super easy. Surprised they decided to make the combat slightly more difficult. They still have character levels for the NPCs. Lights went down. For the enemies, which is weird because you can just assassinate them in the character level. The character level doesn't matter. There it goes again. There's not a lot to say about the game. They didn't show if they brought back the puzzle platforming things. Remember that? You probably don't remember it because you're probably 5 years old and you don't remember the first games. Well, not even the first game had it, but they had these puzzle platforming things. You go into an area and you have to figure out how to get to the end of it. And sometimes they're enemies, sometimes they're not. And they just decided, oh, we don't need those anymore. I think they took them out in Syndicate. Because I know they were there in Unity. Pretty sure I don't remember any of that in Syndicate. I guess they took it out because they thought, well, this is interesting, so let's get rid of it. I think that's what they do when they design Assassin's Creed games. They say, oh, this is interesting, let's not do that. Like Black Flag, they had the pirate ship stuff and say, whoa, let's back off. People like that. Of course, they had stealth missions in that game. Stealth boat missions in that game. I don't know how that works. But they were there. Lots of tailing missions where you have to stay in a circle. That was dumb. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about Assassin's Creed. Sadie, what do you think about Assassin's Creed? She doesn't like it. Oh, she's shaking her tail. She's scared of the lightning in Assassin's Creed. Hi, Sadie. Here, let's interview her. Sadie, Do you think the Assassin's Creed game will be... Oh, she's running off. That's how much she hates the game. She ran off and I started talking to her about it. Man. Even cats don't like that game. There's cats in the game. There's apparently lions. And they claim they took 2 years off so they can make the game better. And that's not true. It looks exactly the same as it always has been. That's just how boring that game is. There's nothing to talk about. I guess you can ride around on horses again. So that's nice. They should have just made a modern day Assassin's Creed and call it the Saboteur. But instead of modern day, just had it take place in World War II. And they could have had it released by pandemic before they were closed down. I'm not going to play Assassin's Creed Origins. Unless it's good, then I'll play it. Probably not going to be any good. What do you guys think? Do you guys like Assassin's Creed Origins? No, you don't. Yeah, I already know the answer. I don't even know why I asked you. If you like bad games, you'll probably like Assassin's Creed Origins. Looks like there's a monster down there. Right there. That's actually just Sadie laying there. Hi, Sadie. See, there's nothing to talk about. I keep saying that. There's nothing to talk about. So I'm talking about my kitty. What else would I do? I guess I could talk about how the previous games were bad. Black Flag was okay. Syndicate was just terrible. They think that just throwing crap all over the world is equivalent to gameplay. And what's really sad is somebody probably manually puts all those things in the game world, like all the random collectible crap. They could just have a script, just put them wherever. Doesn't matter. Just put 1 million of them in there. People will like it. You know what they should do? Since they obviously want to make it, they should just make an N64 era platformer. That's what these games are now. With a slight bit of gameplay. Just collectathons. Wolfenstein 2 will be coming out on the same day as Origins, as will Destiny 2, but only on the consoles. I guess maybe in the next video I'll talk about Wolfenstein 2, because that looks pretty neat. They didn't show a whole lot, but I guess it'll just be very similar to the first game. Alright, I'm gonna go pet my cat. Goodbye.